Okay, we are live. I'm going to wait for some people to hop on here. I cannot see. Oh, okay, I have 8 people on here, so I'll just wait a minute. Okay. I'll wait just a minute. I hope you all are having an awesome Mother's Day. Celebrating the mothers in your lives, or just the mothers. Hold on. I'm so sorry, everybody. Or the mothers yourselves. I hope that you were celebrated today. Okay. It has been a long week, but today was nice. It was really cold. Not cold. It was cool here. So I got out in the yard and did a bunch of yard work because I was like, it's a nice day to be outside. Hello, Alan. Thank you for joining. I don't really have an agenda tonight. I'm just going to get on here and chat with you guys. So my guest tonight was Kenney Irish, and he's an author and among other things. Hey, Patrick. And he had a health situation come up, we'll call it. And so he was not able to come on tonight. So he's going to come on next Sunday. And the show that I had scheduled for next Sunday, I'm going to release to you all tomorrow night as a surprise. So it's a members only show that was supposed to be released, but I'm just going to release it to everybody as a thank you for being such wonderful listeners. So, hi, James. Thank you. Hey, Bob. Hi, Richard. Thank you all for being here tonight. Again, like I said, I don't really have a set agenda, so I'm just going to take questions from the chat and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. It's been kind of a crazy week. So just to let everybody know, last Sunday, Sheep Squatch, Tanya Knight, she passed away from inflammatory breast cancer. So she gained her wings and is now roaming the woods with Sheep Squatch in spirit. So it's been kind of a weird week. I took the week off, honestly. I didn't record any night terrors. I didn't really post anything that wasn't already scheduled to be posted. So I apologize for that, but I also thank you guys for being so understanding while I was dealing with everything. Definitely going to miss her a lot. So you guys, I've had a lot of people ask. They do have a foundation for her. It's an inflammatory breast cancer donation thing that they have set up. So you guys can message me if you're interested in that. Otherwise, to honor her, honestly, I just recommend be kind. Be kind to everybody, because that's what she would want. She would want you all to be kind to each other and be kind to people you don't like, and just be kind. That would make her really happy. So, okay, I'm going to change the subject because I don't want to cry in front of all 24 of you. So, but you guys just throw me some questions. I really wanted to so here lately, I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. I've been doing the Bigfoot thing for about 20 years now, and it's been my passion. I'm still passionate about Bigfoot. I still want to find the big hairy guy. I still want to continue to research and learn about him. But I am really wanting to branch out into other cryptids as well. I've started researching other cryptids just a little bit, just kind of reading up on them, and I'm really excited about it. And I kind of want to start branching off into those on my show and learning about them. So if you research other cryptids and you would be willing to talk to me about it, on air or off air and just educate me. I would really appreciate it if you'd just reach out to me and contact me. This is something that it's kind of lit a fire under me again that I haven't felt with Bigfoot for a while, just because there's a lot of drama associated with the Bigfoot community, and it can turn you off and it can turn you away. So I am branching out a little bit. And okay, hold on. There are some questions. Okay. What do you think about, how about I just put it up here? What do you think about the Bigfoot debate on Modern Day Debate YouTube channel coming up? I don't know what that is. I have been out of the loop. I have no idea what has happened this past week, especially. So clarify, and I will be happy to answer that. Richard Brown. So I do cover Bigfoot on this channel, but like I said, I want to branch out into other cryptids as well, and I have branched out into other cryptids, and I also do paranormal. So my main focus is Bigfoot for Night Callers Bigfoot Radio, but I've been branching out into other things just to kind of shake things up, keep things interesting. But my main foray on this channel, I will always be researching interviewing the researchers and the people who are dedicated to the topic of Bigfoot. My favorite place to hunt Bigfoot is Fouke, Arkansas, because that is the place I feel. I've researched a lot of different areas, many different states, and Fouke is the place that feels the most successful to me, I guess. It just feels right there. I feel like I'm definitely going to have a sighting there. I have found evidence there. That's my favorite place to hunt Bigfoot. Are you using the K2 meter? So I have to tell you, I went to Galveston. That's from Bob. So I went to Galveston this past weekend, just a vacation, and ended up going to a Bishop's Palace, which is just a big mansion. And I have to tell you, I got some vibes there. Also, our Airbnb was haunted, and I did not take the K2 because it was a vacation weekend, right? I'm not researching this weekend. It's fine. No, I regretted it so much not taking the K2, because that would have been the perfect place to use it. Because other than that, I pretty much stay home, and I don't want to use it in my home because I don't want to know if there's anything in my house. I could take it to Matt's. He uses it. He doesn't use it. I'm sorry. I could use it over there, and it would definitely be active. It would be well used. Hi, Cryptid. I did the haunted cemetery tour in Galveston. Again, could have brought the K2. Wish I would have had it. But that was really fun. I got 2 images that are weird. One of them, I thought it might have been a reflection off a headstone. You know, sometimes the headstones have a shiny reflective surface, but it's not. It just looks like an orb. And then another one, there were little like dotted lines of light, but I think that was something with my camera on my phone. The weird thing is that I did 2 live videos while I was out there. If you caught those, I'm sorry, because I was all over the place. But all the pictures that I took after the live video, they were all blurry. I'm talking Bigfoot blurry. And it was weird because I was holding my phone really still, you know, taking a good picture, and they all came out blurry except for the ones outside the cemetery, and then the 2 weird ones that I got something on them. So I had a friend of mine blow them up on his computer, and we looked at them, and the orb one, you can definitely tell it's something weird, and I can post that later on. But the lines, I think it was my camera and maybe just movement. I don't know. We'll see. What's the #1 creepiest Bigfoot encounter I've ever heard about? My mom's encounter at her house, and that's from J-Dod. Hey, J-Dod. And so that one, she was sitting out on the porch with a friend of hers, and the friend was, we'll say, sensitive. she said she felt like something was out there. And it was the kind of night where the clouds were passing over the moon type of night. Anyway, there was what they think to be a Bigfoot on the other side of a tree. And my mom, being my mom, I have no idea where I get my reckless, fearlessness from in the woods. She said, come closer, come closer. So it did. And this thing started belly crawling up to her porch. Now, again, it's dark outside, and, it would, like, the clouds would pass over the moon, and so it'd be dark, and then it'd be light. By the time it got light again, she looked down and realized it was really close and belly crawling. But when I say belly crawling, I don't mean like, army crawling. I mean like it was laid out flat and it was just like on its fingers and toes, just, like spider. Hence the name night crawlers, for my members. So anyway, her friend got really freaked out, and she said, stop, that's close enough, stop. She was, losing her mind. Clouds, all of a sudden the moon comes back out, the ground is clear, there's nothing there, and they look over by a tree, and whatever it was sitting there, and it was like rocking really fast, but like really fast, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she said it was like it was upset. And that creeped me out. It creeps me out because, first of all, I have to stay in her house a lot and have to be out there on the front porch, which is now screened in and gives me a lot more security. It can't get me through the screen. But that's hands down the creepiest Bigfoot encounter so far, is just the crawling. I don't like the crawling, I have never seen a Bigfoot, Richard. I have seen something on thermal a couple times, but I have never seen what I would say is a Bigfoot because, things, reasons. Dodd. I didn't mean to show that. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, it was very freaky. I was not okay with that. I don't know if the Bigfoot understood her or just understood her tone, or I don't know. I can't really say, I wasn't there. Yeah, it seemed like, though, that she did upset it, and the Bigfoot was like, you asked me to come over here and now you're gonna freak out on me anyway. But the thing that creeped me, besides the crawling, the thing that creeped me out was when it was rocking. She said it was almost like inhumanly fast, rocking back and forth, like it was like, oh, it just that creeps me out. So what is my favorite cryptid? Bigfoot, of course. My second favorite cryptid, because you didn't ask that, but I feel like, I don't know. I thought about this the other day. And like, if I was gonna go research another cryptid, like, what's the one that I would want to go see? I just don't know enough about them, really. But I'd say maybe Mothman or the Flatwoods Monster. I don't know. But I do have to tell you guys, like, if it gets kind of slow later, I can do an unboxing video, because Cryptid Comforts on Instagram, so if you go to Cryptid Comforts, they did a giveaway recently on Instagram, and they were giving away cryptid items. It was called Cryptids for a Cause, and the donations went to support Peace Bunny Island, which is therapy bunnies, which I think is awesome, because bunnies are freaking cute, unless you look at their teeth, and then they're terrifying, but they're really cute other than that. And so if you go to Peace Bunny Island on Instagram as well, but they did a giveaway, and I won. And I finally got all my items in from the giveaway. And I just want to say real quick, I beat out Jonathan Dodd by like this much. So they did like an electronic spinner, a virtual spinner. And it was like, Jonathan Dodd, night colors. It was so great. Sorry, J Dodd. Anyway, I got my stuff in. I'm really excited. I did record an unboxing video earlier, but if you guys want to see what I got, like, I can definitely show you, because it's a lot of different cryptids, which I'm super stoked about. I got a lot of awesome things for them, but I do want to show you guys this. from American Snallygaster Museum. So Snallygaster is one of the cryptids that I had never heard of before I started kind of looking into other cryptids. But she sent me this. So it's cryptid coffee, and she put a Bigfoot in the middle for me because she knows me, you know. But it has Bigfoot, Mothman. It has a jackalope. I don't know if y'all can see that. Pretty excited. She put Bigfoot. Very exciting about that. Flatwoods Monster. I got Nessie. And I have the Fresno night crawlers, I think is what they're called. So, yeah, I love this cup, you guys. Mothman. Yeah, I just, ever since the movie, I know I'm one of those people, like, but the movie really intrigued me. And I was just like, it's just like with Bigfoot, there have been all these sightings and reports and weird things. And so there's clearly something going on, and I would like to investigate it. Dogman. Dogman is, I don't know what I think about Dogman. I don't know if I think that it is a evil spirit, or if it's sorry you guys, I'm getting notifications. I don't know if I think Dogman's an evil spirit, or if it's a snouted Bigfoot, or if it's a canine cryptid. I don't know. I do know someone who has had what they think might be a Dogman sighting. I know that she feels very anxious about, like, when I ask her to talk about it, she's very anxious about that because she feels like it's bad juju, like it's taboo to talk about it. So, but what she saw looked like a snouted Bigfoot. It did not have ears that she could see, but it walked up straight and it just kind of glided. She said it walked like Anubis, which freaks me out. Werewolves freak me out. Okay, I'm terrified of werewolves. And so when she explained that, it creeped me out. Actually, Matt Knapp and I don't know if everybody knows, but we have another podcast that Matt and I do together called Planet Fear Podcast. And we actually just did an episode over canine cryptids. So you guys go check it out. It was really good. We kind of go into like were hyenas and Dogman and all kinds of the Rougarou. We go into all kinds of canine cryptids, which all freak me out because going into the woods looking for Bigfoot, I have to face hogs and big cats and crazy people, possibly on substances, illegal substances. I'm prepared for all that, but facing canine cryptids is absolutely terrifying. You're into crime and cryptids, combine them. I have planetfearpodcast.com. Check it out, Pat. It's paranormal and true crime. We cover all the true crime that makes me extremely happy inside, and we cover paranormal stuff. We throw cryptids in the mix because we're both into cryptids. Yeah, I absolutely, I love Planet Fear, you guys. I'm still going to do Night Callers, Bigfoot Radio forever, but Planet Fear is something that's needed to be done for a while. It's really awesome. Hey, Michael. What up, Josh? Got the Caldwell in here. Alan, yes. So Alan has Lizard Man where he's from. I haven't researched that clearly, but I have heard that there are a lot of reports about that. James, how many states have I researched? You're gonna make me do math? It's kind of rude. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. 4? Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Maybe Louisiana. But if I did, I was very young, so it doesn't really count, I'm sure. And if I'm forgetting any in there, just don't hold it against me. It's been a long week. Yeah, Planet Fair is awesome. Hey, Glenn Haskins, my buddy. I was with Glenn this past weekend in Galveston. We all had a great time. We went to the Rainforest Cafe, and My mom, the legend, she made us go on the adventure ride. And it was really fun, though. It was really fun. And Bigfoot club's in the house. Hey, Bob. Bob. Hi, Delane. Okay, got about 39 people. Hi. Okay. So we were talking about Bigfoot. We were talking about cryptids. We're talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. Although y'all keep bringing up Dogman, I might have to cut this short. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Somebody asked just now what the Flatwoods Monster was. I think that was Weird Realities. So I just want, first of all, I want to shout out Maximus Prime Art on Instagram, Facebook. He's one of my favorite cartoon cryptid authors. I love Squatchy. Squatchy here. Yeah, Squatchy makes me very happy. Every time I see his art, I smile a lot. And we all need that in our lives. So anyway, he sent me, I bought one of his books, Squatchy's Adventures from A to Z, and he actually sent me 2. And he said to pass one on to whoever I think would enjoy it, which I think is phenomenal. So I may donate it to a library unless I can find someone else who would enjoy it. My 5-year-old loves it because it's A to Z. He's learning his ABCs, all of that. And then my 8-year-old enjoys it because of all the cryptids in it. But you had a question about the Flatwoods Monster. So, F is for Flatwoods Monster, a mysterious buddy floating through the woods of West Virginia. So, Max actually just did a series on Squatchy where he dresses up badly as other cryptids to learn about them. So anyway, that's the Flatwoods Monster. And I actually have a whole bunch of other swag over here from the Cryptid Comforts giveaway, Cryptids for a Cause. So I have stickers and bags and my awesome cup. You guys, I was spoiled. I never win anything, so I'm really excited about that. Is the Wendigo a cryptid? Yes, it is, Alan. Absolutely. And yes, I think Falk is a great place to find Bigfoot. The Wendigo is one on my list, although it's terrifying. Orbs, I don't know if you're asking me, Trip, I don't know if you're asking me if they exist or what my thoughts on them are. I do know they exist because I got to see one against my will. Michael Waldy was there, actually, but he was facing the opposite direction because we were watching each other's backs in the woods, and he can tell you my reaction. It was authentically upset because I was looking for Bigfoot, not orbs. I didn't want to see an orb. I don't know what they are. I do think it's weird that they are seen a lot when people are looking for Bigfoot or in conjunction with Bigfoot, preceding Bigfoot, that kind of thing. So it's kind of weird. I do think that's an odd coincidence, but I don't really believe in coincidence, so they might be linked. I don't know. Welcome, Rob Richmond. You finally caught a live. I started it 30 minutes early just for you. Okay, Cryptidville. Flatwoods Monster was sighted around the same time as UFOs in that area. Supposedly a hooded, levitating, glowing eyes creature that scared a lot of people. Yeah, that would scare me. Definitely. So, go away. Okay. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. I had a good Mother's Day. I went and worked out in the yard and made my kids help me, and we got extremely dirty and muddy, and it was a lot of fun. I'm redoing my backyard because why not? Bob said that Rob Riggs has a book on the Flatwoods Monster, so that's pretty cool. Hello, Mopar Bill. Thank you for joining me today. It's good to see you. What's the creepiest story I have had told to me? Like, about Bigfoot or about, anything? This may or may not be alcohol-flavored water. Alcohol-flavored water. That sounds like rubbing alcohol. That would be disgusting. Yes, Mopar Bill. I have an interest in Thunderbirds as well. Definitely on my list. So if anybody researches Thunderbirds, please contact me because I have questions. I am so interested in extremely large bird sightings and experiences. I've featured some on Night Terrors, the segment that I do. I'm very interested in that. So please contact me, you guys, if y'all know anyone who researches that. The Sheep Squatch. I'm still thinking about the creepiest encounter, by the way. Sheep Squatch, I haven't heard anything about that. I've heard of Goat Man, and I've heard of, oh gosh, what's it called? Dang it, Logan Craft. I think Logan's busy this evening. He mentioned one to me, No Deer, Man Deer, something like that, but that's the only one I know of. Heavenbound said, what do you think of the UFO Bigfoot connection, and what business could the Greys have with Sasquatch? So I don't really know, other than maybe they're as interested in them as we are and have a more successful way to find them than we do. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, UFOs can travel quickly and silently, right? I mean, my experience with what I think was a UFO, it appeared over us and it made no sound and it was huge. And if I could borrow their aircraft and go find Bigfoot, I would probably do it. As for their interaction, or if Bigfoot's a science experiment, I can't say. I do know that there have been reports of sightings of both or one or the other, very close to the sighting. So I don't know though. I just don't know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So Bob said that the book by Rob Riggs is on Bigfoot and orbs. So that's interesting. Okay. It's not vodka, Josh. Oh my God. It's literally seltzer water mixed with wine, but like pre-mixed. I didn't mix it. It's really good. It's freshy, refreshing. I'm gonna go with freshy, actually. I like that. Do you think that Bigfoot could have a religion? And if so, could there be spiritual entities around them? I don't. There are a lot of people that say that Bigfoot are a type of Native American tribe that aren't. They're like a native tribe that didn't really adapt to civilization or something like that. I think that if they do have a religion of any sort, it's more of a like the Native American. It's you take from the earth, you give back to the earth, kind of that circle of life type of thing. Spiritual entities, I couldn't tell you. It's I mean, I know there are spiritual entities all around us all the time, so why not? I will say there have been people who have been trying to research Bigfoot by using spirit boxes to ask spirits where the Bigfoot are. So, okay. It's called Barefoot Wine Seltzer, Josh. My goodness. And it's very delicious. It comes in peach or pineapple or strawberry. And I enjoy it. Every summer I buy it because it's just refreshing and nice. I am not ashamed to say that I am over the age of 21 and enjoying an adult beverage. And it's Mother's Day. By God, I have given life to 2 humans. I need a drink. I deserve a drink. Lauren, what have you learned about researching that changed everything you thought you knew before learning it? Sorry, I was going to make a snarky comment, but I'm not going to do that. Because I don't do that on my show, you guys. What have I learned? I don't know if I've learned this so much as it's just become very apparent to me over the years, but how sentient these creatures are. If you go into the woods treating them like an animal, like a deer or a pig, whatever you hunt, if you go into the woods treating them like any other regular run-of-the-mill animal, setting out game cameras and all of that, you're probably not going to be successful. You might. Stuff happens. But I think walking into the woods and showing respect, not only to the woods, but to the creature that you're looking for, will get you a lot farther. I used to go out in the woods and do calls and catch audio and look for evidence and all of that. And I felt like it was my right? Like, I'm the apex predator. I'm a human. I own the woods and it's my right. Like, you're on my earth and I'm going to catch you and I'm going to find you. And it's my right that it was that was kind of the attitude I had. And, I walk into the woods now with more respect that that's their home, and I am thankful to be able to enjoy the woods and nature, and if they would like to grace me with a sighting, that'd be great. I still do my research. I still go out with my recorder, and I still use people's FLIR if they have them around me. I still do calls, to try to catch some interaction, but I have a different attitude about it, I would say. So that's a good question. Weird realities. Thank you. And were the spirit boxes successful? Not that I heard of, but spirit boxes, they're kind of hit and miss from what I've heard. So I'm going to say they were not successful yet. Josh, how often do you see super weird, creepy stuff out in the woods at night? I would say, I'm going to be honest, I see more super weird, creepy stuff in my house than I do in the woods. The woods is kind of my safe place. And everybody asks me, why, if you have so much interaction with the paranormal, why aren't you a paranormal researcher? And I will tell you, it's because when I leave the woods, Bigfoot stays in the woods. Ghosts don't do that. They follow you home. Matt and I just did a show on that as well, so you can catch that. I believe Tuesday it will come out, and we talk about what happens when you can't shake a ghost. It's a very terrifying story that we cover. So in Bigfoot hunts in a group of 2 or 3, why hasn't anybody found other tracks? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, so man, if y'all don't know Luke Gross, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. Luke Gross is an awesome guy, you guys. So Luke actually is one of the original hosts of Nightcrawler's Bigfoot Radio. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that, but if you listen to our earlier episodes, Luke is on him, and he was a phenomenal host, and he's a phenomenal researcher and friend. So just want to give a shout out to Luke Gross as requested by Bob. Too sweet. What is Rick's view on the subject, or how has it changed over time, if at all? That's actually a really good question. So he's talking about my spouse. Rick's view started out as, you're kind of crazy. I kind of already knew that, but I'll support you in it. That's cool. He was game to go. He went out researching with me and my mom when we went to Hanobi for the first time. Over the years, he actually was a host on Nightcrawler's Bigfoot Radio for a little bit too, with Jeff Crypto Hulk Stewart. So he heard the experiences. A lot of them he thought was BS. But he's still skeptical, but he's definitely open to there might be something out there. But until he sees it for himself, he's not going to say, yeah, Bigfoot's all that, So there you go. And what do you enjoy best about researching and being a Bigfoot celebrity? You would think that Heather would have posted that one. The thing I enjoy best about researching is being out in nature. And that to me is the best part. Whether I come home with the most awesome vocal and a track and a sighting, like that would be so awesome. Yeah. But if not, I still got to go be out in nature, and I think that's awesome. As for being a Bigfoot celebrity, I don't feel like I am. I know a lot of people, and I have a lot of friends in this community, which is awesome. And I vend, so I have merch that I vend for night callers as well as for Keith Crabtree, the Boggy Creek Falcon Monster. So I meet a lot of people, and a lot of people who are fans of my show, which is awesome. And I'm thankful for every single one of you. I hope to continue to bring you big things. I am about to relaunch the Boggy Creek Falcon Monster merchandise. I'm stepping it up, and it's about to be completely revitalized. Thank you, Jonathan Dodd. And we're about to start selling that merchandise. So it's going to be awesome. You guys check it out. I don't really think I'm a celebrity. I don't feel like that. I just have a lot of friends and listeners that support me, and I appreciate every one of you. Flatwoods is West Virginia, I believe. Rob. And I don't know what's happening right now. Hold on. Yes, I leave the spirit world alone. So Lauren, tell us what all you're doing. You have to be the hardest working Bigfoot podcaster out there. I feel like that all the time. So I have my show. Hi, this is my show. And we were supposed to have Kenney Irish on tonight. He was not able to make it due to some health concerns. And so we're going to have him on next week. So right now, every other week, I still do a live interview for you all so that we can interact in the chat. On my off Sundays, I have a pre-recorded interview with a guest, and that one is for my members. So if you become a member, you get access to exclusive content. So it's $7 a month. I don't know about you guys. I spend $7 a month. Okay, a whole lot more on like fast food and stuff that I don't need, as well as subscriptions I don't need. I was going through the subscriptions in my phone the other day. I am subscribed to weird apps that I don't use. I used once maybe. Anyway, $7 a month. You can become a member. You get in addition to the live interviews and the weekly night terrors, you get to see the night terrors first before anyone else. So you get them a week early. You get the 2 live interviews, you get a pre-recorded interview, and you get a Zoom chat with a guest. So basically what that is I invite you to join me on Zoom, and you get to chat with the guest. You get to ask questions, interact. I know a lot of times here lately, and I think this is so awesome, the Zoom chat actually ends up being kind of a show and tell. Stephen Hill, I'm going to throw you out there. I had Micah Hanks on. So Micah Hanks from the Micah Hanks program and from Squatch Tracks, I believe Sasquatch Tracks is the podcast that he does. And he was on there, and they were talking about the different fossils and stuff that they found, and arrowheads and really cool stuff that I'm not really into, but Steven is and Micah is. And so they were showing each other everything that they had found, and it was awesome. I've had Jamie King on, and he also showed, like, he had some stuff behind him, some evidence, Sasquatch evidence that he had found, and he pulled it out and he was showing it. And so I've had the couple Zoom chats that I've had have been like that, and they've been really awesome. It's just it's not like the live video where your questions are out there for everyone to see. Like, it's more intimate and it's laid back and chill. It's really fun. I have really enjoyed doing these. So when you become a member, you get that. You also get a free Nightcrawler sticker, which is awesome. And you get, I'm trying to see if I have one here. You guys can go check out my merch store if you want. Like, that's, so it's in my bio, but my merch store has, I don't have one. My merch store has all stickers, t-shirts. You can get the Night Callers logo. You can get the Night Crawlers, which again, Jonathan Dodd did for me. So it's really awesome. So I do the night terrors on top of the other members only stuff. You also get sneak peeks on who I'm going to be interviewing next. So if you have a membership, you get to see, oh, she's going to be interviewing all these great people, and you can make sure that, you know, you set your reminder and everything. Night Terrors is a segment that I do. It's viewer encounters. So you guys have some weird spiritual entity, or you've seen a Bigfoot, or you've seen some other cryptid, or something weird or scary has happened to you. You send it in to me, and I record it, and I put it out there for everyone else to see. And so far, I'm on, I think I'm at like 28. So I've done 28 night terrors so far, and they're so terrifying. You guys have sent me some terrifying encounters that have happened to you guys, and I'm grateful for you guys sending those in. I can do them anonymously, so if you're, you know, Susan from Kentucky and you want to send me your dogman encounter, but you don't want anyone to know it's you, I can change your name to Becky. It's not a big deal. So just send them to me on any of my social media accounts, or you can email them to me at nightcallers@gmail.com. Or you can go to nightcallersproductions.com, and there's a contact form there that you can also email it to me. It's been a good run so far, so you guys keep sending them in, and I will keep putting them out there for you all to see. They're awesome. They are awesome. Okay, hold on. Any weird feelings when I go out hunting? Yes. Yeah. I am a magnet for infrasound, and one of my very good friends and close research partners is also a magnet for infrasound. So we go out together a lot, and we are weird magnets. Don't be humble. You're the voice of all of us. That's something that my friend from Weird Realities, my co-worker. I don't know what to call you. My fairy goth mother. She's always telling me that Night Callers is, I am a platform for you all, right? So I have people on my show, and I give them a safe place to share their experiences and their thoughts. Even if I don't agree with their research or their thoughts or their beliefs or whatever, I'm still going to let them come on my show, and I'm still going to let them put it out there, because I've had a lot of people respond back to me and say, thank you so much for having that person on, because I had that same experience, and I thought I was crazy. And it's, you know, whether it's woo or whatever, I want my show to be a safe place for people to come and learn stuff. And if you're not into it, you don't have to watch that one. But the rest of us, I think that we should keep an open mind and learn whatever we can. Don't get tunnel vision, or you're not going to solve the case. Do people know that you did that kick-ass interview with Ron Moorhead? People don't know that. So it was a members only interview with Ron Moorhead. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was outside my comfort zone. Ron Moorhead was cool. I've had a lot of big names on my show. A lot of them. Ron Moorhead was outside my comfort zone, not because he was a big name, but because of the subject matter that he was talking about. But it was really interesting, and I ended that interview, and I had such a great time talking to him, and I immediately messaged two of my friends, and I was like, I can't wait for you guys to hear this interview. You guys, it's so up y'all's alley. Y'all are gonna love this. So they got a sneak preview before. Both of them are members, but they got a sneak preview before anyone else, because it was awesome. Greg, yeah, the merch. If you go to nightcallersproductions.com, there's a link for my merch, and you can support me. You can support me, or you can just go check out the merch. It's really awesome. And I do plan on doing a one-on-one with Stephen Hill again, just because I've had him on my show before, but it was back when we were audio only. And so we've had some experiences since then. And so I'm going to get Stephen back on, and he's going to be on camera. He's so excited. If you guys know Stephen, he's really, not excited to be on camera, but he's such a champ, and he's going to come back on. What kind of solid evidence have I come across? I found a track recently. I did not cast it because I'm a bad researcher. That was kind of more for me. I don't know how to explain it. I needed that because I was getting really burnout and jaded about the whole thing, and I came across it, and it was actually in a trackway. I did take pictures. I will not post those. But I needed that for me, and it was awesome. So I didn't cast it, though. I didn't have any casting material, first of all, because I always carry it in my car, but had cleaned my car out at camp. That's my life. Okay, hold on. Bigfoot, American Lee. Bigfoot is he, she, it, a biological animal, kind of human, both ghost, alien, man-made creature. Alien-made creature, not real, or the giant spoke of in the Bible? That's actually a really good question. I personally believe that it is flesh and blood. That it is a... I don't know. Recently, I would have said that it's a relic hominid. But I was listening to... Okay, you guys, I have to recommend... Go to Micah Hanks' podcast, Micah Hanks. And there's an episode that he does on Bigfoot. And he goes in depth, y'all. He goes into the history. He goes into, like, I mean, from the beginning to now. And he really gets in depth on all of it. And I even learned things I didn't know about Bigfoot. And I've been doing this for a long time. It's very educational. And if you are new to this topic, or even if you're not, I would recommend you go listen to that. Anyway, he talked about a part on relic hominids and why that's not accurate. And I can't even repeat it all back to you, but it really made sense to me. So I do believe that they are flesh and blood. I do believe that they are very sentient creatures. I don't know if they have any paranormal abilities, but I do know that humans do. So it's not completely outside the realm of possibility for them to. I don't really believe that they are alien experiments or anything like that. The Nephilim aspect, I don't feel like that's, I don't feel that, but I mean, you never know. I will say that if you become a member and you listen to the Ron Moorhead interview, he touches on what he thinks they are, and there's a few avenues there that he follows. Actually, he got on to me because I said, well, since we're down this path, and I was trying to be nice, and he said, it's a rabbit hole, Lauren. Yep, it's a rabbit hole. So you guys, if you become a member, you can go look at that video or that interview. What do I think of the Bigfoot shows on TV? They serve a purpose. They are educating people about research. They educate people about techniques for research, and they educate people about evidence, which is really cool, especially, you know, all the ones with like Jeff Meldrum, you know, Monster Quest, Doug Highcheck, you know, and Cliff Barackman. I mean, he educates people. There's no doubt about it. Like, I had a show with him, and he, first of all, I mean, like, he educated you. He educated you on track finding and what to do. And I apparently didn't listen because I didn't do that when I found my tracks. But he educated us, and I thought that was really awesome. So they're educational, not always accurate, and not always... They're not going to find Bigfoot every time. There's a, you know, it's kind of impossible, but I do think they're educational. I will say that, you know, before Finding Bigfoot came out, you couldn't talk about I would not talk about Bigfoot at work, around the water cooler or whatever. Like, absolutely not. I didn't want to lose my job. After Finding Bigfoot came out, the topic became less taboo, easier to talk about. More people came forward with witness encounters and sightings, and it made it easier for people, like, they don't think they're crazy because other people have had this encounter, and more places to research, you know, that kind of thing. So they serve a purpose. Thank you, Alan, for putting that in there. And Daniel, tell your mama on me. Tell her. Also tell her Happy Mother's Day for me. Hi, Long Island Bigfoot. Hold on, I am way behind. Who have I interviewed or researched that I learned the most from? Researched with. Sorry. Yes. Who have I interviewed that I have learned the most from? Probably. It really is a toss-up between. I learned something from every single person that I interview. I really do. You know, I ask all these questions in order to give you guys a good interview, but I end up learning something every time. I would say Cliff Brockman or Doug Highcheck, because both of them just, their job is to educate through TV, but they educate. And so I learned great things from them. Also, Ken Gerhard. He was a really good one. But I learned Jeremiah Fountain. I had him on a few weeks ago, and I learned stuff from him. Patrick Vaughn, I had him on. I learned stuff from him. I mean, it's like each person I have on, I definitely learned something from, you know, whether it's Bigfoot or not. And thank you so much, Heather, for putting that in there. That was the exact episode. You guys definitely go listen to that one. It is so educational. I was listening and I'm just like, I was taking notes because I had to interview Micah later, but I was just like blown away by the stuff that I didn't know in that episode. And okay. Hold on. Gigantopithecus are not extinct. Thank you, Glenn. I do hear that theory a lot, and I'm not going to argue with it. You know, that's something that could be it. That could solve the case. Okay. Mopar Bill, if you were to change your method of research to another other than your own, whose method would you use? It's a really good question. I'm so picky about my research. You can ask any of my very close friends that I've been out with. I'm very particular about who I research with. Stephen Hill is one of my favorite people to research with because our research methods and our we vibe. Like we just like it's just like a I would say it's like a cop partnership, right? Like you don't want to go out and have a partner that just doesn't, you don't work together as a team, right? And Steven and I work together as a team. He's one of the ones that I really enjoy researching with. But if I had to change it and research with someone else, whose method would I use? It's a really good question. I guess Michael Waldy. I'm not really a tech gal with the FLIR and all the things, but I do believe that Michael will be successful, and so I would definitely use his method. Also, he has like $20,000+ in his equipment at this time, so I mean, I guess I would use his method, you know, if I didn't have to pay for it. And this is a great question. Have I ever had Brenda Harris on the show? Yes. I have not had her on my new show. It is on my list of people to have on. But we have interviewed her before on Night Callers. It was, so you can go look on YouTube and find the back episodes of that. But I do plan to get her back on. From your experience with the research people, what is the tool? What tool is the must-have tool they say to have? Audio recorder. That's one that everybody has. You have to have it. You know, I said I'm not a tech gal, and I'm not, but I do always have a recorder on me because there's always something that's going to happen. And Dustin Clark, actually, he he knows that all too well. I was hearing something in the woods. This was in Fouke, Arkansas. And I was hearing something and I was listening and it sounded like footsteps or something being thrown. And I was listening and he came over there and he's like, well, I think we're about to head out because I just don't think there's anything here. And I was like, well, I'm hearing something over here in the woods and I'm right here. I'm hearing it. He's like, yeah, I think it's nuts falling from the tree. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. We can go. He turns off his recorder. Something screams from the woods. I think it was an owl. I really do think it was an owl, but it was so loud and so awesome. And he he had just turned his recorder off and he said something very loud and something I can't say on here, and turned and walked back to his truck and left me standing there in the dark with whatever screamed at me. So a recorder, you always have to have your recorder, although it will never fail that you will have awesome, one-of-a-kind vocals when your recorder is not on or is dead or, batteries fail all the time. And Claude, thank you. I am back on air. And yes, I will be on Cryptocasters on the Clubhouse this Thursday. So if you don't know, the Clubhouse is, I'm going to say it's an iPhone app, but I think that Droid can get on now too. Am I right, Greg? Because I know people have been getting in through like their iPods, iPads, and tablets and stuff. So anyway, the Clubhouse this Thursday, so message me for details, and I will be on that with Greg and someone else, right? Now I'm gonna have to look it up because you just had to make me look it up. Hold on. Cryptid. Okay. Cryptocasters. I can't speak. Anyway, so Greg from All the Weird and Keith Rollins. So it is available on Android now. That's awesome. Awesome. Ow. Good night, Rob. Thank you for coming to my live video. It's good to see you. Phew. What future plans do I have for night callers? Well, like I said, I am going to be branching out into cryptids. So that's very exciting. I'm pretty excited to start researching some other things along with Bigfoot still. I will not give up Bigfoot. Don't worry. Night Callers will never not be a Bigfoot radio show, but your girl is thirsty for some more knowledge. And I'm kind of at a standstill on Bigfoot right now. Welcome back, Michael. I literally mentioned your name 17 times. You weren't even here, so that's fine. Hi, Tombstone from Australia. Okay, so yes, I'm going on a Bigfoot Mecca road trip. So June 19th is the Medellin Falls conference, Bigfoot conference in Medellin Falls, Washington. And myself and my boys and the Keith Crabtree, the Fouke Monster, we will be road tripping all the way up to Washington. So we are going to go through Colorado and Idaho. And so we're just taking a road trip, a 2-week road trip. And so we're going to Washington, which I'm stoked about because you guys, Bigfoot Mecca, never been there. And we're going to do the conference. There's a lot of awesome people that are doing that conference as well. We're going to be vending the brand new Boggy Creek Fouke Monster merchandise, which will debut this week. So you guys stay tuned. I will be debuting that everywhere and you'll be able to purchase it from the store, online store. So we're going to be merching and vending for those 2 days. And then we're going to leave and go down California and back across to the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. So I'm really, really excited. Looking forward to it. It's going to be, there's so much that we're going to see and do and everything. We would really like to get out to Bluff Creek, but I think it's a little bit out of our way. And I think you have to hike in from what I've heard, and I'm not sure that the Fouke Monster can handle it, but we might stop and take a picture with a sign. I'm not sure. Just depends. I don't know. I think the Fouke Monster in Bluff Creek would be pretty phenomenal. So we'll see if we can do that. So I have that. So like I said, I am doing that road trip. It'll be about a 2-week road trip. So in that time, I will be taking the month of June off from interviewing. However, I will be releasing some of the members only interviews and night terrors to you all so that you can have a preview of what you could get if you have a membership. And to get a membership, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/nightcallers. $7 a month, or you can pay for a whole year. You get plenty of content in the meantime. And I will be doing, so for June, I'll basically be doing night callers on tour, right? Like, I'm really excited about it. It'll be really, really fun. I will be uploading videos. I will be, taking pictures and sharing them on my Instagram and Facebook and everything. I'm really excited. Thank you, Rob. He said Happy Mother's Day. So, and I will definitely, I'll be uploading videos and everything. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to meet a lot of great people. I get to meet Leah Fisher. Well, I've actually already met Leah Fisher. I met her in Jefferson, but I get to hang out with her, I guess, and really, talk to her and get to know her. I did a members only interview with Leah. So she writes a cryptid series for kids, or for preteens and teens. And I have her books. And so we're going to, my boys are very excited to meet her. And so you guys, if you become a member, you can check out that interview. But yeah, I'm going to get to hang out with Leah Fisher, Amy Boo. Hopefully she's feeling well enough to go. It's in June. So you guys send all the healing vibes to Amy Boo for me so that she can go and I can hang out with her again. There's just a ton of people that are going to be at that conference, and I'm so excited to go. And you can, if you go, you can hang out with the legend himself, Keith Crabtree. So I have that coming up. I will be on Cryptocasters. Also going to be on Bipolar Teddy Bear Network doing an interview with those guys. They are awesome. They are also affiliates of Night Callers Bigfoot Radio. So you guys go check them out on YouTube. They do paranormal interviews as well as with other people, obviously. So they are awesome. You guys go check them out, and I'll be on there in June. The interview's in June. I'm not sure when the debut of that show is going to be, but I have already been on there once. You have to go check that out because I was very candid in their interview, and it was really fun. So Bipolar Teddy Bear Network. In between now and then, I will be releasing Night Terrors weekly. And I'm sorry, it's called Where in the Folk, formerly known as Bipolar Teddy Bear Network. Thank you, Weird Realities, for mentioning that. Where in the Folk. Almost got censored. But anyway, I'll be releasing Night Terrors. I have a few more interviews. We have, like I said, I'll be releasing a show tomorrow that was supposed to be members only that is now going to be available for your viewing. And I'm very excited because the person I had on is absolutely freaking phenomenal, and I love her to death. So I'll be releasing that show as a thank you to all of my listeners, all of you who listen and support me. Thank you so much. And you can have that members only show as a freebie. And then I'll have Kenney Irish on next Sunday instead of this Sunday. And then I have another live the next Sunday, which I'll post that closer to time. And then another pre-recorded, which will be a cryptid person that we'll find out about closer to time as well. And that will be a members only as well. So go become a member, and then you can get access to all these great interviews that are just phenomenal people. And I would love to have you guys be a part of it and watch those interviews. They're so great. Yes, thank you. Please send healing energy to Kenney as well, because there's a struggle today that he could not do a live video. He was very nice, very apologetic, and it happens. Like, I get it. I totally get it. So, my affiliate program is I am taking people. So basically what that is you pay an amount So you can go to buy me a coffee or nightcolorsproductions.com for more info on that. But you pay a certain amount for a level, and I promote you on all of my social media. I give you a live shout out on my show. So all of my listeners, all the people that view my social media, it's not finding Bigfoot levels, guys, but we've been on air for a long time and we have a lot of subscribers, a lot of listeners. So your podcast, your merch, your art, whatever you do can, if you've made a movie, if you've written a book, if you're an affiliate, I can shout that out on the show, on all of my social media, everything like that. So it's really cool. And it's basically me supporting you, supporting me, supporting you, supporting me. So the affiliates are as follows. We have Weird Realities, which is a Night Callers production. Weird Realities is a podcast. And so HB, you wanna you wanna put it, oh my gosh. Weird Realities has made some changes recently. Awesome changes. And so there are just, can you pop up the host for me? Because I just don't want to pronounce it wrong. There have been some changes in the names. I probably need to verify before I shout them out, but it's okay. Anyway, we have Hadley Thorne, who writes the Tapestry of Worlds series. So you guys can go check that out on Amazon, the series, because it's a really awesome series. It's urban fantasy meets zombie apocalypse, meets paranormal. It's just awesome. I love it. And so she's written a few books, but I think 2 are out at this time. And the second one, I'm sorry, but I loved it even more than the first one. But you have to read the first one in order to love the second one, or to get the second one. Weird Realities is where folklore and mythology and science and history all intersect. And they do cover each of those things, and sometimes all of those things in one episode. I have learned so much from listening to Weird Realities podcast. Weird things, scientific things, so many things. You guys go check it out on YouTube, Weird Realities podcast. And there's also a segment that they do called Weird Inc., where they interview authors. So go check that out. That's weird. And those hosts are James Irby, Shay Tooley, Gracie Ellison, and Hadley Thorne. So go check them out. And I have Bigfoot Crossroads with Matt Knapp. He has not relaunched his show yet, but it is coming. So go like and subscribe. I have Where in the Folk, and you can look that up on YouTube. They actually have quite a few episodes, and those guys are hilarious and laid back, and they dig into the paranormal. So definitely go check them out. I have Bigfoot Club podcast, and that is with Bob Dominguez and his team. They have been on air for quite a while too, and they interview a lot of great people. So go check them out. And I have Beaver Hook Productions, and that is Logan Kraft. He's my video editor for all of my Night Terrors videos, my intro, all the things. Kid is super talented. He's going to kill me for calling him a kid. I don't care. Kid is super freaking talented, right? So I scooped him up and made him do my video editing for me. And he's awesome because he edits out all my weird faces that I make, and honestly, all the times that I cuss when I get frustrated. And then last but not least, Bigfoot Society podcast with Jeremiah Byron. Jeremiah, first of all, is an amazing guy. Okay. You just can't help but like him. Second, his podcast, I'm glad we're friends, because honestly, he would be my biggest competitor. He puts on a phenomenal podcast, you guys. He has great people on there. He's always producing content. He has a Patreon program. He's doing big things over there, and he's about to step up his game even more. So you guys definitely go check him out. Give him a like, give him a subscription, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the things. He's doing big things. And honestly, I got love for the guy. He's awesome. He keeps me in the know. So that's the thing I love. He has introduced me to the cryptid community. And I like I said, I've always been Bigfoot, Bigfoot, Bigfoot. And so I'm branching out into the cryptids, and the cryptid community, I have to say, is very inclusive and welcoming. And so what I've found is they all love to shout you out on their stuff. Like, oh yeah, give me a shout out. I'll give you a shout out. And it's like they get in battles on Instagram on sharing, your stuff to their story. And it's wonderful and very refreshing after being in a not so inclusive community. So I am loving it, and he has drugged me, I would say willingly, but he's introduced me to a lot of cryptid researchers and just cryptid information that I would have never really branched out into without him. So I'm absolutely loving that. So shout out to Jeremiah Byron. He's my bro. And yes, Greg Morrill of All the Weird. He's, I hope I'm saying Morrill of All the Weird. I will be on his show, Cryptid Casters, with Keith Rollins and Danner Seffersprag with Conjure Dust Designs, which I also got some merch from recently. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I guess I've been on here for about an hour and 11 minutes. So, but that's the affiliate program, just to say that's the affiliate program. So I advertise their stuff on my channels and on my show and give them shout outs and try to help them get listeners. They all, each and every one of them has great stuff that they're working on and they're putting out there, and they deserve a shout out, and they deserve, listeners and likes. And that's kind of how I am. I love to support other people that are doing big things, because you don't have to absolutely love night callers and only night callers. If you listen to other podcasts or you like other artists or books or whatever, that's great. Go support them, give them a like. That's something that I love, shouting out other people, but I'm going to let you know, as a content creator, something you can do for people that you like. If you like their podcast, if you like their art, you read their book and you enjoyed it, go give them that feedback. If you enjoy it, give them feedback. Like them, share their posts, comment, let them know how much you love it. If they're on Amazon or whatever, you bought the book from their website, leave a review. That goes so far. If you're listening to a podcast on a podcast app, give them a 5-star review and drop a comment. Man, that will make their day. All right. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I want all the likes. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes that content creator is ready to give up and quit, and they think that, they're doing all this for nothing. And sometimes that comment or that share can make their day, and they'll keep going, giving you whatever podcast, book, whatever, that keeps them going on the hard days. So you guys, show your people some love. And yeah, you guys, what do you want to see on Night Callers? Let me know. Who do you want to see on Night Callers? Let me know. I have a very large list of people to ask to come on. And I am booked out through, I think, July or August right now. So I'm scheduling some dates. So you guys let me know who you want on, and I will just keep scheduling out through the end of the year. It's no big deal. Yeah, I will. And if you guys want me to do more of these lives, I'm definitely happy to do that. Because I love talking to you guys. I love it. It's laid back. It's chill. I don't feel like I have to be in interviewer mode. Super professional, serious face. I feel like I need to apologize for my face sometimes, because I'll be focusing so hard on what the person's talking about. And I have RBF, which is resting bitch face. And so I look like I'm really mad and upset about something, but I'm just trying to concentrate. And I get distracted by the chat. So I have a great moderator team. You guys give it up for your Night Callers team, because they keep me sane. They keep control of my chat. They keep my group running, everything, the Night Callers Friends and Fans Facebook group. They keep everything under control, and they remind me to smile. They have to literally message me and be like, you're doing it again. smile because I just look cranky all the time. I'm sorry. I'm not that cranky. I'm concentrating. Super serious interviewer face. Yes. Terrence, I hate you. So, like, I mean, I do have my limits on people I will have on. So, you know, Bigfoot erotica authors, probably a no-go, but, you know, just depends. But other than that, yeah, I mean, like, I want, like I said, I want to branch out into different cryptids, different Bigfoot people. You know, there are people who are doing big things in this community that I've never even heard of. So send them in and I will try my best to get them on the show. Did I mention my cool cup? Have you guys seen my cool cup? It's so cool. Thank you, American Snallygaster Museum. Sarah Cooper, you're amazing. Okay, well, if you guys don't have any other questions or comments or questions, news, I will probably... Bigfoot erotica is a thing. It's a thing. I didn't really know it was a thing until poor Jeremiah Byron. He mentioned that he had been approached by some authors of that genre. And I couldn't decide if I was offended or thankful that I had not been approached by any authors of that genre. But either way, that's how I learned about that genre. It was eye-opening. We'll go with that. You know what? I don't judge. I don't judge. I don't judge. You do you, boo. I ain't judging whatever y'all into. Everybody does their own thing. As long as it don't affect me, I don't care. Oh, Terrence, you're giving away the book idea, man. Yeah. If you guys see a Bigfoot erotica book out there that may or may not sound like I wrote it, y'all don't judge. Your girl's just trying to make some money to keep putting on a good show, okay? Y'all buy my merch and become members, and I won't have to write a Bigfoot erotica book, okay? Do you see? Like, you help me, and you're keeping me from going down this path. You're saving a life whenever you become a member and support Night Callers Bigfoot Radio. Keeping me on the up and up. It's all right. I'd really pay Hadley Thorne to write it for me under a different name. It's cool. Did I mention I have cool merch over here? I don't think I mentioned that. I don't think y'all realize, like, I got some cool merch over here. On top of my awesome cup, y'all. Hold on. I have Snallygaster. So the American Snallygaster Museum. I'm trying to get back on track away from the big... Listen, I'm not getting silly. Bigfoot erotica is a thing. It's just not my thing. Okay. That is the American Snallygaster. How terrifying is that, right? Man, it's like, okay, it's really terrifying, but it's also kind of comical. I think it's interesting. Anyway, that's Sarah Cooper from the American Snallygaster Museum. So you guys can go check out her stuff if you are interested in it. And focus. You're not going to do it, are you? So I made an entire unboxing video earlier with this right here, like with me having to do that constantly. It was rough, y'all. It was rough. Oh, I'm scared. What? Oh, Lord. Okay, we're gonna change the subject on whatever you two are talking about that I do not support or want to know about. Thank you. That's now a thing. Anyway, I will let everybody go. You know, it's been a long week. It's been a long night. And I will post my unboxing video probably tomorrow. And again, Kenney Irish will be on next Sunday, not tonight, due to a health concern. And I will be posting a surprise interview tomorrow night. And I think you guys are going to love it because this person's doing big things and I support them 100% in all that they're doing. So you guys don't forget to check that out. Go check out nightcallersproductions.com. And you can check out, and that will show you everything that I'm doing. So that will show you all of Nightcallers Bigfoot Radio, my Night Terrors, my membership program, my merchandise, my affiliate program. It will explain all of that, as well as all the other things that I do. So Planet Fear podcast that I do with Matt Knapp. It's a really awesome podcast. So if you're into true crime and paranormal and cryptids, go check it out. Like I said, I will be branching out into other cryptids. So if you guys research other cryptids or there's someone you want on that covers those cryptids, send me a message. I love to hear from you guys. I love to, you guys, a lot of you send me messages in Messenger and I love chatting with you. So feel free to do that and I will hit you back. And that's all I have for you this evening. I am going to go kiss my babies goodnight. And you guys go ahead and give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know what you thought. And Doc, thank you. I'm sorry that I'm ending the show like right when you get here, but thank you for being here. I am expanding my horizons on the show for sure. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you guys for your support. That's all I have. So be safe, stay kind, and